All right, welcome back to episode 14 of the Everybody But Me show. I'm here with Dominique and Phil Fit, and tonight we are talking about intimacy. We are talking about sex. We're talking about relationships and keeping it nice and hot and warm and cuddly and sweet and beautiful in the bedroom.
And all the feels.
All the feels. And this is the show where we explore singledom and why the hell I'm still here, because this is the Everybody But Me show, and of course everybody's in a relationship but me. And so tonight, let's get to it. We got Phil, we got Dominique. Y'all ready to get after it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I got a question for you though, Ty.
Dom's hitting us with the hard-hitting question. What is it, Dom?
All right. So, do you prefer making love or do you prefer rough love?
Oh, when we make love.
Both two great things.
How are we going to start this off, T?
Hey, we always get the question. I'm going to marinate on it for a little bit.
Hit you with a song.
And I'm going to hit you with a song real quick. Make Good Love by Avant.
Okay.
But while we're doing that, everybody who's listening, you can think of
Actually,
a crazy
Phil.
sex story.
What song you got for me?
Oh, off the top of my head, I'm going with Boys and Men right away.
Yeah?
I'll make love to you.
I think that's where we got to
Like
go.
you want me to. And I'll hold you.
No, don't know the words. I never know,
right
but
there.
I'll hum.
So we're going to start with some little Boys and Men. I'll make love to you. And then we're going to get into this question. So grab a drink, grab your friends, tell everybody to join us. I'm about to do some singing and some dancing because I love this song.
Me too.
Me and Phil about to go in.
Y'all
Phil,
about to get it.
hey, Phil, we're about to put on a show.
Let's go. And we are back.
Who else got excited up for that song? Because I did.
Hot and steamy up in here.
That was the way to
that'd
go.
be one of my best performances right there.
If you take your headphones off, I would disagree.
That's why I only do this with my headphones on.
I didn't want to
so
take my
can't hear.
headphones off because mine was pretty bad. But, but it felt
Well,
so
because
good.
Phil has like a low tone and Ty tries to go high with the pitch.
Yeah, I'm a falsetto guy.
Yeah.
I can't go high. He's like,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
I can't either, but I try.
My voice just squeaks.
All right, so Dominique, what's the question?
Okay. So, do you prefer making love or do you prefer rough love?
I tell you what, when I'm in love, I love making love. Like I love it being slow. I love kissing you. I like kissing. Kissing is like the biggest turn on to me.
Right.
Like when having sex, like I love it.
I'm with you.
Like
on
the
that one.
lead up.
Yeah. I
No,
love
not
it.
the lead up. I'm
No,
kissing you
during.
the whole
Like
time.
during.
Yeah.
I'm kissing your neck. I'm kissing your shoulders. I'm kissing you. I'm kissing every inch of you. Like I love if I'm into you, I just love kissing you.
So,
And that just takes me to the next level.
right.
And but I will say though, like there is always a time for some rough love and some fun. You know what I
That
mean?
was my next question.
Yeah, there's definitely time for both. But what I love the most is like that gentle, sweet love making, like just kissing each other, locking eyes, and feeling each other. You know?
Yeah.
To me, that's the best feeling I've ever had when having sex. Like I remember a specific moment in time, like the best moment I ever had when having sex. And I just remember like it was just making love and like looking into each other's eyes and kissing and like just like, wow, this is the best moment we've ever had together. And that was probably my best moment ever having sex with somebody. It was like, I just felt so connected and bonded in that moment. To me, that was the best feeling. And it's like that blue dragon. You're just always going to chase that blue dragon until
Right.
you know what I mean? Find that again.
Isn't that the truth?
Phil, what about you?
I'm gonna have to agree with what you said, man. I'm a lovemaking guy. I like to have my feels, you know, just massages before, kissing, touching, looking each other's eyes, and yeah, strong on the making love part. Strong on the making love, nice and slow with slow music in the background, some candles lit. I'm old school, so I'm gonna throw you the old school vibes.
So, what songs do we got in this love making
boy.
playlist? Like, hit me with a couple good songs.
Y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
I don't know if you're ready. Go ahead. Well,
Go,
first, the first song we just played, that's a good throwback song to play in
Okay.
the background, you know?
So, like, give me the scene though. Like, walk in the room, right? It's already playing. You pour up a glass of wine.
Oh, the wine is already poured.
Okay.
The candle's already lit. The blanket's got rose petals on it. I'm old school. And
I
the
love
tub's
it.
got bubbles in there.
Ooh.
So let's go. So picture that throwback feel. We need to bring more of that back actually today.
No, I
Right.
agree. That's fantastic.
You know, pick up the girl, bring her in the room.
But
Right.
hey, I got one for you. This is what I love to do. And if you don't have that much time, right? If you don't have like the money or the time to do all those things, get the flowers, candles, all that stuff, like you just like you're in the moment right there. You just want to set the mood, set it off right there. I gotcha.
Let me hear it.
Turn the lights off. Put your phone on flash, the light on. Lay that thing down on the nightstand. Let it shine a little bit, just so you can see each other just a little bit.
Okay.
Right? Just a little bit. And then put on Justice Der. Justiceder. It's a jazz guy.
Oh.
But he plays like all the songs you've heard before, right? He plays all the songs you've heard before, but turns them into jazz. It makes them beautiful. And the guy, like, it's just beautiful. It's peaceful. It's like a little bit of light with like those nice jazz chords. And oh my God, it's like, it's the best.
I got to pull this person up and check it out.
Yeah. Hey, please go download Justice Der, Passion Fruit, Nikes, like all these songs that he's got. Like you'll be listening to it like, oh, I know this song. Like he's got a song, I think like remixing ASAP Ferg and shit. Like it's cool as hell.
Wow.
But it's like such a vibe and it's such like a
I really love the light tip that you just gave. Because I feel like a lot of people go big with like, okay, should it be fully dark, right? But I think that can kind of go into like, we can talk about comfortability a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're comfortable with the person you're dating, I think you're like lights fully on. Like, I want you to see me. I want to see you. Like, I'm into this.
Me too.
But I think at the beginning, it's more so like if the lights are a little dimmed, they don't see me completely, or I want to try something new, but maybe I don't have the confidence to. So like, what's your guys' take on like the lighting in the room?
I like lights.
And does it matter on the stage of where you are in the relationship?
See, I'm gonna go back. I still like just a little bit of light.
Right.
Because I just think the darkness with a little bit of light, like you can see the curves, you can see the body, you can still see everybody, like see everything fully, but it's just still like that, a little bit of light just adds such a sexy tone to it. Even like a candle flickering light in the back. Just like one candle on sets a whole room off.
The whole tone.
To me, like that's my favorite way to have sex is just one little light. It can't be overpowering. It has to be just a little bit.
Okay. I was going to say, I do like the hallway light.
Yeah,
so there's not a lot of light in the room, but there's still some light.
Yeah, I do want to see your face.
Yeah.
And I definitely want you to see mine. So we need a little more light than the candle light over there. I'm a little darker than T's.
You need both candles on both bedside tables.
Listen, I want you to see me coming at you. Let's go.
Well then.
All right.
So, that was hysterical.
Got him up. My bad.
So another important thing with intimacy and sex is what the other person is comfortable with. Oftentimes when we have sex, one's gone further, or done more things, or explored more than others.
Yep.
And that's very, very common. It's probably every relationship. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think what I've learned from the way I handle things now is I ask everything.
Up front?
As we're going and what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like I even ask you, like, can I take these pants? You know what I mean? Because like I don't ever
okay.
Like I don't ever want you to feel pressured, pushed, or anything. I want you to want this like just as much as I want this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I don't ever want to take a step that you don't feel comfortable doing. You know, and sometimes it may be a lot. You know, but sometimes you feel it in the moment. But I think it's just so important to ask questions. You know,
Very
especially
true.
like in a consent sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm asking you to take your pants off because that's opening up a lot. You know what I mean? And like if you're not comfortable with that, you need to tell me. You know what I mean? And so I don't want. I think it's rude to just start undoing someone's pants without ever, asking if that's okay to do that. You know?
I totally agree with you.
It may not be the sexiest or hottest thing to do in the moment.
No.
But it's the most respectful thing to do in the moment.
I would go off that by saying, I love that you just mentioned that, because I think there's been times for me where I was not ready for that moment, but because they already went for maybe my pants or to start like unzipping my zipper. Is that right? Unzipping my zipper?
Yeah.
Okay. That I almost felt like force, like, okay, I guess this is the moment. Mm-hmm. So in your defense, like I feel like that really sets the tone. One, I respect you. And two, like we're not moving forward unless we're both eye to eye on it.
Yeah.
You know? So.
I like what you said, I like what you both just said. I like to feel the moment, like if she's taking my shirt off and she's more leading the way as we're kissing, then I know it's okay.
Yeah.
So we're going with it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I tried to make any moves unless that happens first.
Yeah.
So same deal.
But you could swap that almost like, hey, she just went for my shirt. So then I felt pressured.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
you're right. Well,
it could
she's
be- it could
ready,
work
so
both
I
ways.
gotta get ready.
Go for my shirt. See what happens.
I was gonna say Ty's not turning that down, so we all know that.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, no, I think you know, it's so important to talk through what you want in bed.
Right.
What you're comfortable with in bed. You know, I have a buddy. We all know him. That motherfucker's a freak. He's an info. Like, he likes to do everything, try everything, and but his boundaries have been pushed so far. But you know, it's going to be very rare for him to find someone whose boundaries aren't that far. So he needs to have those conversations throughout all this, you know, next partner.
For real.
Right.
Because he's going to be putting them in positions without, you know, asking or talking that they'll never be in, that are foreign to them, and by doing that, you're putting people in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Sex should never be that.
No.
Sex is two people coming together to experience each other and to take that next step together.
Yeah, I think there's like a fine line of trying new things, but what if you're into like really kinky stuff that your partner maybe isn't, right? But then down the road that could grow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it all starts with first gaining that trust and comfortability. And then let's expand it. Because if I'm feeling good, we're in a groove, we know, sorry to say, we know how to pleasure each other. Maybe let's take that next step. Let's try something new, but you have to get to the first step before you dive into that. But I think
what's that first step, Dom?
Well, I plead the fifth.
Is that first step learning how to make each other orgasm?
Yes.
Why are you afraid to say that?
That's where I was going with. You know, what's the word for it? The pleasure tone? What's the word
I don't
for
know
it?
what word you're talking about.
Orgasm.
Orgasm.
That's the word I'm going for.
Yeah, I think that's like when you're like in a committed relationship, it's finding how each other finds that spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Finds that moment. And to me, nothing was more rewarding than once I found that. And then like I always wanted to get to that point every time. It was like
Right.
my mission. You know what I mean? Because I love
Right.
seeing her face. I love seeing her body like shake and move differently, and like her experience that. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that was like the best part of the whole sex. And
Right.
and so I think once you learn that, then it's okay to start figuring out how to like, what other things you can do to have fun within that realm.
Right. I think that took me a long time, though. I felt like for a long time I didn't express. I would just be like, okay, they seemed happy. And I know this has been like a topic we've talked about, is like the guy not knowing that if you haven't finished. We've like talked about that.
Now, in casual sex, I feel like that happens probably like 90%
A
of
lot.
the time.
For girls especially.
Yeah, like
95% of the
yeah,
time.
guys just have their sex and that's it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I think, but like when you get into like a committed relationship, I think like the guy should be trying to find a way to, even not, but like
Right.
when you're in a committed relationship, it should be your mission to figure out how to get there.
I agree totally, and I like what you said. You're gonna feel where they want to go, but you also ask questions to see what they like, which is
Right.
very, very bold of you and very good of you to do. Honestly, I like to explore the body and find out the way she's wiggling her body or moving, you know, and she likes this or she doesn't like it. She would probably give you a little nudge. I'm not there yet. Mm-hmm. Listen to the nudges. Listen to the body signals that she's giving you, because she may not know what she likes.
That's the thing, though, is learning that
Yep.
with your person.
Absolutely. It takes stages.
It does. It takes time.
Yeah. My wife and I have been together 7.5 years. I'm not going to go deep into my intimacy with her, but we're still learning something new about each other every day, which is the joy of marriage.
Right.
It's like, wow, oh, there's something else I got with her. She likes that.
So if you don't mind me asking, because you're a married man,
Ask away.
how much would you say you try new things in the bedroom? Like how consistently?
Probably every time I had sex with my wife.
Every
Okay,
time.
now
Yeah.
Phil's setting the bar for everyone listening. They're like, damn it, I haven't tried something new in a year. Like, what the hell?
Listen, it's a slow pace. So sometimes maybe she's not ready to explore that and you tried it before. So wait months down the line to try it again, or maybe in a whole year to try it again. I waited a whole year to try certain things on my wife and realized, okay, now she's ready for it. Because we are 9.5 years apart. So I've got the experience
You've got
over
the
her.
experience.
So
Phil, what the hell you be doing?
I can't even. That's for a private talk.
Phil, I need to have this talk with you in my office after this.
Listen, we're gonna talk about this, and it might come out in the book.
Might be the next one.
Amber, I'm just kidding.
I can't wait to hear this.
I also think too, and I feel like you boys can touch on this, is experience. So if you have more experience than the current girl you're speaking to,
Right.
where do you kind of take that right to lead her into trying things she's never done? Like if you know, okay, I know she's uncomfortable, not in a bad way, uncomfortable because her confidence isn't there yet.
Right.
So how can we grow to get to that level? Like what are, I guess, some things that you guys say or do to kind of get the intimacy to the level that you want it to be at?
I build mine outside the bedroom. I always tell my wife, I'm reinforcing her how beautiful she is, how amazing I think she looks. Even though she doesn't always feel that way, I'm telling you, listen, I'm coming from a trainer standpoint and your husband's standpoint and your best friend. So I'm telling you facts that you look amazing. You look better now than before we had a baby. So you have to reinforce your mate. And it also goes both ways, female to male as well. Because maybe I'm not feeling myself today. She tells me, baby, you look sexy.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh. So now I feel what she just said, you know?
Yeah.
So you want to make her feel what you're telling her, you know? And then it leads into the bedroom, slowly.
Yeah, I was going to kind of base it off of like the same premise of what Phil was saying, is comfortability. Is like how comfortable that person is with you, you know?
Right.
Because like if she's exploring something she's never done with herself. So she's trusting you with a whole lot. She's opening up to you a whole lot. So for her to take that step, one, you have to honor that. You have to be true to her, be real with her, and like protect her. And two, you can only take it as far as she wants to take it. You know what I mean? She has to feel comfortable that when she says this isn't it for me, like you get off. You
Right.
pump the brakes. You're done.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I think it's being comfortable, and then that person being able to trust you, knowing that you're not going to put them in a bad situation, or you're not going to do things that they don't want to do. You know, it's all like it's just back again. It's just communication.
Yeah. And I think like girls want to feel respected too. So I also think, like, I'll be the first to say, you may have tried things and maybe it was like, well, it looked way different when I watched it here or did this. Like, I thought I could bend myself this way. It didn't work, whatever it may be. Right. So it's like my guy being like, babe, every time is good with you. Mm-hmm. And like, we're going to work on that. You know, I think that like positive reassurance makes me feel like, okay, next time around, I'm going to get better. Or like, I know it sounds silly, get better at it, but it is. It's something that intimacy is one of the number one things. If you are not sexually attracted or not having that in the bedroom, it creates a lot of problems outside of the bedroom.
Well, I think it creates a lot of insecurities outside the bedroom.
Yes, exactly.
Because then you start thinking, is he thinking about something else? Is he looking somewhere else?
Right.
You know?
Or
am I not fulfilling it?
Is she looking for somebody else?
Right.
So I was going to ask you guys, like, have you ever had a point in your relationship when you're having sex that like it feels like monotonous or just like you're just doing it for the other person?
Yeah, I have. But that was like some of my relationships that were headed south anyways. And I felt almost like it was like a job. Like I was like doing a job versus like feeling good about it. Mm-hmm. And it was like, okay, I'm done. Then we're done. So that always like that. And that's when I can't grow too in that space. Cause I'm like, well, I can't advance because he's not giving me the chance to figure out what I like, because it's all about him and it's so selfish. So, and I feel like Phil like always talks about,
you can't be selfish.
You can't be selfish.
Guys, you cannot be selfish. Male listeners, never ever be selfish.
But also, guys, you got to put your ego down in the bedroom.
My God, for sure.
You got to put your ego down. You got to listen. You got to ask questions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like just because you're a guy, I feel like every guy goes in there and thinks they watch 3 porns
and
they know how to have
the
sex,
man.
you know how to do everything.
Right.
You're not. You're not even close. You know, I'm still not even close. You know what I mean? Like I have so much to go in my world of sex and like making love and doing all that. You know,
right.
I've had 2 girls that I would say were my serious girlfriends that I feel like I made love to. You know what I mean? And like that's a whole different game than just having sex.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking and loving is 2 different things.
Way too
completely different.
You know?
Yeah.
And so like I feel like I've grown so much more by being with those partners, and I owe so much to my partners because they taught me so much.
Right.
And emphasis on they, not me. I didn't know shit. They taught me. You know what I mean? They taught me I could love like that.
Yep.
I can be like that. I can feel like that.
Right.
So like it's really like men need to put their ego down because it's really the woman who is teaching us in the bedroom because we don't know shit.
Can I get an amen on that?
We
one,
don't know
brother?
shit. And,
Yeah.
and you guys, like, you guys are the ones that we have to please. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're the easy ding dong dumbasses. Walk across the couch and I'm horny. You know what I mean? Like
That's it.
but
Wake
Take
up.
much to turn this on, right?
But like, if you can put your ego down and listen and communicate and learn and it's not even verbal, it's nonverbal listening too.
Right.
It's
Nonverbal cues.
communications that you can see and feel from the other person that you have to take in and really understand to really know what that sex and that love making is about. And that's how you grow.
Yeah. I think also another good topic is porn can just blow things out of proportion. And I
Yeah.
feel like it's a known thing. Guys watch porn way more than girls. Not saying girls don't. But like guys thinking like, oh, it looks like that, then it can be like that.
Yeah.
Like feel like you guys.
That's not reality.
Yeah. Like,
Porn is not reality. So either separate the two or don't watch it.
Yeah.
right. That's like your own pleasure time.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. That's your private whatever time, gentlemen.
So here's another one for y'all. If your sex drive is through the roof and your partner's not, how do you handle that situation?
You're probably not compatible with each other.
You think it's a compatibility thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do, to be honest. Yeah. I definitely had to find someone who could match my sex drive because, yeah, I'm in my late 40s, but I feel like I'm a 18-year-old boy sometimes.
Really?
But you train people, right, who are coming to you in need because they're not at a point in their life where they feel secure with their own body.
Yep.
So maybe that's why they don't want to do things in the bedroom or they're embarrassed to. So I think, but if that person's been with someone for 20 years, you're not going to throw the love outside of the bedroom away. But how can we get the confidence back so we can bring that back in the bedroom, I think is important. Like, I don't think just because you might not be on the same level or phase at a certain point in the relationship doesn't mean you can't get back to it. I think you definitely can get back to it.
I'm definitely agreeing with
You just have to be
Yeah.
open to getting back to it.
And comfortable within your own skin eventually.
Right.
Like eventually, as you're going to get older, you're
Yeah.
going to not be the best shape you've ever been in.
Yeah.
But just love who you are. Know that your partner, if it's truly your partner, your person, they love who you are.
Yeah.
We talked about this before. It's that confidence. You bring that confidence in the bedroom, and man, your sex is hell no matter how you look.
Exactly.
I've been out with girls that I'm like, holy shit, just their confidence, they can pull any guy. Like, it's like
Yeah.
unbelievable. They walk into a bar, you know who they are. They walk into a room, guys look at them. Like, if you bring that, I mean, and then you bring it into a relationship, it's fire from there.
It's beautiful lovemaking.
Confidence
Yeah.
is everything. It really is.
Amen.
So you're saying it's a compatibility thing, Dom? What do you think?
Yeah, that's all it is compatibility. But I think beyond it, it's back to what we've been saying this whole time. It's asking the right questions.
But no, I'm saying like if your sex drive is completely different than
Oh.
your partner.
No, I disagreed with Phil on that because I think you can grow over time into that.
To get it back where
Yeah.
you want to be.
Because I've personally been in relationships where that person was way more confident in the bedroom.
And you didn't feel the
But I'm not
confidence
talking about
that
confident. I'm talking about like some people can have sex like once a week and be good, or,
Oh,
or
no.
once every 2 weeks and be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got to work on that. But
No.
That's your partner. What are you doing?
yeah, I mean, have you ever expressed to them then, like, hey, I want this more? Because I think a lot of people don't speak up about it. A lot of my girlfriends that talk to me about it, they're like, I feel like I'm in the mood more than him. I never know when's the right time. What do you mean you don't know when's the right time? You address it, and then hopefully it's reciprocated, I feel like.
And I will say this: I will know like when I'm in a relationship and when my sex drive is down in that relationship, it's because I'm stressed or I'm not happy with how something is going, not necessarily in the relationship, but just in my own life.
Right.
You know, and then where it gets bad is though, if you don't communicate that with your partner, they start thinking it's them.
Yep.
And I've had those issues. And like I'm just thinking about it at times. I was so upset with myself in my life. I remember when I got cut by the Ravens, right? And I just thought I was a failure. I'm like, man, I spent my whole life trying to play football. I'm a failure. I didn't even want to lay next to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because it was nothing that she did. It was just because I was a loser. I'm a failure. Like she's better than me. She don't want to be next to me. I'm a loser. I just wanted to go sit and crawl in a bed by myself and do nothing. And I think, with people who are in tough jobs and work a lot or like right now the fucking market is crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are stressed. People are losing their ass, losing
Inflation's
money
at
like
the
crazy,
highest it's been.
And so, maybe your partner is losing their shit and freaking out right now, and work's not going good or money's not going good, and that's why their sex drive is down. So I think it's like having those. It goes all back to communicating. Like have those conversations. Ask like, what's going on? What's wrong? Why are we off? Why are we different? And you might find something out. You might learn something. And if you get a guy to open up about what's going on in his job and his career and his work life or his financials, it's a guy who really cares about you because he's opened up a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys don't like to communicate that.
No.
And it is, like you said before, Tyler, it's ego. So if a lot of us men could drop our egos and communicate with our spouses, the relationship will go a lot better, period.
I feel like though a lot of the times people are like, oh, well, now we're past the honeymoon phase and it's not the same. It goes back again to what Ty said, communication. Because I feel like it's a known fact, like, hey, I'm pretty much, this is how much I want it in a given week. Or like, I'm telling you.
Right.
And that's got to stay consistent.
But I will say, like, actually I heard Mike Johnson, it was on TikTok. Man was blowing up on TikTok for this talk he was giving. Thought it was really good by Mike. And he was talking about how men feel the pressure to have sex, like they say to keep up with that sex drive, to perform all the time.
Yeah.
And they get insecure about it. And then when they're so in their head about it, they can't even get themselves up or get themselves in the mode.
Right.
And guys freak out about these situations too. Like it's not just women in these situations that are overthinking things, guys do.
Right.
And I catch myself, I'm like, damn, I really want to do this. I really want to crush this. I want to have like a good night with this girl. Like I want to like show her I'm in, and then like you're overthinking it, and the next thing you know, you can't even.
And then your confidence dropped.
You can't even get up. Like it was like I listened. I was like, Mike hit it on the head, and like what Mike said was hard for a lot of men to say because men don't want to say that about themselves.
Right.
Men don't want to say they get insecure about being in bed with a girl and trying to impress her and trying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kudos to Mike for saying that. I had a lot of respect for him doing that, and it just brought up a whole side that men don't say because men are just taught to be strong and ego and to act like the internet and fuck like porn stars and shit like that. Like, that's not what it's about. You know?
I also think you just made me think of this. So I think too, how you advance it or how you get more comfortable is like afterwards, it's not just like, oh, that was good. Like, why was it good? What did you like that we did? And I think when you have more of those conversations, now I'm like,
nowhere
okay.
to go back to.
Right. He liked that.
Yeah.
So maybe next time I incorporate that and add something to it.
Compliment.
Right.
Yep.
Like compliment, it goes a long way.
Yeah. When you compliment me about something I did in bed with you, I smile.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I'm doing it again with you, I'm smiling even bigger.
Yeah, because you're like, she told me she likes it.
Yeah.
Man, come on. I mean, we doing more than smiling to you. We beating our chest in our mind. Not gonna lie. I'm like, my wife goes, that was the best sex we ever had. And when she says it all the time, I'm like, wait a minute, really was it? Or is she just saying it to make me happy? But you make your man or woman feel good when you're saying like, oh my God, that was an amazing night last night, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah. I feel like I can speak for a lot of girls though, like that the compliment thing can go a long way. And that's how we gain more confidence to grow,
To do more things. Absolutely.
Do you remember one specific, how I spoke earlier? Do you remember one specific moment when you're having sex like, damn, that was like through the moon, like incredible? Like that one magical moment you had with your partner.
Yeah. I think like I can speak for just not myself, like a lot of my friends that have been in serious relationships where they've really liked a guy. And I'm talking about like 8 months into it have never climaxed ever within the relationship. Oof. And to the point where finally when it happened, they were like, wow, I thought that was good sex. And now I know what's good sex is. So I feel like the first time you ever experience it, you never forget it. And then you're like, how do I get back to that? Mm-hmm. Because that right there is what this is all. Like, this is why we do this, Mm-hmm.
Phil, you got a moment?
Phil's like,
Sorry, my mind is, baby, I'm thinking about you right now.
Amber.
Amber, she better be listening.
Amber Rose.
Light the candles when you get home.
Put Junior to bed because it's on when I come home. No, we just, I don't know. When we go in the bedroom, it's just, I don't want to say it's magic all the time, but it's magic when I just love my wife when she just walks around naked. And sometimes she has this little girl quality about it where she just wants to put a robe on. I'm like, oh, we've been married for almost 5 years and she still wants to throw a robe. But to me, that turns me on too. Mm-hmm. So the small things, and then it leads up to an amazing night in bed.
Well, there was never one night y'all had together that's like stands above the rest.
Honestly, T, every time we have sex stands above the rest. I'm like, wow, this woman is like, hello.
Now
Phil,
that's the
Seriously.
What I would do to be a fly on your wall.
Phil. Now that's the marriage
I'd be
goals.
A fly with a notepad.
I was wondering.
Yeah, like damn.
No, she just really turns me on. That's just.
I hope you never lose that because that sounds amazing.
Me either. I pray I last as long as my mom and dad did. They were almost 60 years married, and I've asked my parents the same questions, like, how do you have sex with the same woman for that long and still look like you're mad in love with her? My dad said, never forget to date her.
That's very important.
Ty said this like the second episode. He
Yeah,
was like, when I'm married, I'm taking my girl out on a date.
Yeah, you got to date
once
her.
a week.
Yeah, we're dating.
Even with
we're
kids.
dancing.
It's very hard with kids, and I'm saying this out loud. I'm gonna take my wife on more dates because that's something I want to work at even more so. So we need to get a babysitter, and when we go on dates, it's like it's so beautiful dating your wife outside the house. It's just beautiful.
Dating's my favorite hobby. Dominique.
Don't forget to date.
So can you think of one particular moment?
That's like, there's so many
But
moments.
there's not one moment that stands above the rest.
Yeah. You know, there definitely is.
Okay, I'm just curious.
I can't share all the details.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just
But again, like I was saying before, it made me think like, holy shit, I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Mm-hmm. It really did. Like I was like, oh my God, this is what that is.
Yep.
So it almost makes you feel silly that you've never gotten to that phase before. But
No, that's true. All right. We're going to lead into a song now.
T, what you got?
We're going to lead into a song. After this, we're going to go into the IG write-ins about crazy sex stories. Y'all motherfuckers are wild.
I cannot wait to hear about these.
Craziest shit. So we're
and you better bring it. When you call, like, we want to give us the spicy details.
So we're
wanna
going to
hear all
sex
about
stories. So make sure you tune in and stay around. We got another song coming up right now. All right.
Bring it back. Bring it. T's having a good time.
Ty was
reading,
smiling the entire break. Whatever you guys wrote in,
Wow.
he is giggling.
I can't wait to hear about this one.
All right, here we go. I'm going to read the first one. This person had sex on the tailgate of a truck in their parents' driveway with one of their parents' friends.
Wow.
Wow.
This is.
I want to know what the friend looked like.
And I need to know the age.
Is this a guy writing this or is this a girl
It's a
writing this?
girl.
A girl writing it. Wow. Wow.
Love that. Love that.
Okay. We don't discriminate on age, right, Phil?
Here we go.
I guess we don't.
I just want to know how long
crazy.
they've been thinking about that. Like,
Man.
that's been your parents' friend probably for a little bit. You know what I mean? You've been seeing
Wow.
him.
And what if
for
you're
a while.
friends with that friend who that's their parent? And you're like, Mrs. Jones
Oh,
is
no.
something
No,
else.
it's her parents' friend.
Yeah,
Oh.
she had sex with her parents' friend. So that dude, I hope she was of age.
I ain't gonna lie.
I hope he was
at
a
some of
dilf.
my mom's friend sometimes. I'm like, hey, Miss Parker.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
So this one's hot tub. They were doing it in a hot tub on a family vacay. All of a sudden, her father-in-law decided he wanted to join us in the tub. She was butt naked in that hot tub. Oh, talk about awkward.
Uh-oh.
They're married though, so I guess they got
Okay.
past that one. This one's out of fucking control. Sex with a pilot on a private plane while he was flying.
Let's go.
Okay, now that's just
Please call
insane.
in.
That's nuts.
I want that caller to call in.
Yeah, we gotta find.
That's
this
like
one.
Mile High Club on steroids.
That puts me to shame.
I want to. I want to know a lot more about this one.
So do I. And who's the
So
private
do
plane
I.
for?
Here we go. Oh, he threw up on me
oh.
and was upset. I wanted to stop. Oh, so he threw up on her.
What?
He threw up on her, and he got mad because she wanted to be done having sex.
Put on the back. Put on the back.
Oh,
that's
my
disgusting.
God.
That's disgusting.
Have y'all ever done that?
No.
No, never.
The hell's wrong with these people?
Never.
I've been wasted one time.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
I was like a junior in high school,
God.
senior in high school. I just smoked a hookah. That shit fucked me up, man. And I was drinking and then drinking a lot. And then I smoked the hookah and then we were having sex. And all of a sudden I just got dizzy back there. And it just got dizzy. And I had to run out of the room. I started throwing up everywhere. Next thing you know, she's like patting my head as I'm throwing up. I'm like, man, this shit turned out not the way I expected.
Oh, no. But
man.
throwing up on somebody during sex, damn, that's rough.
All right.
You gotta applaud them for getting to the phase where like they tried.
They tried.
All right, this girl, she was on a first date with a guy. Had a great first date. Went back to his place. Things got spicy, and about midway through sex, he told her that he loved her.
Oh, boy.
Run.
Run
For the hills.
That's a love bomber.
Yeah, you think?
I said, I was like, oh, I love this one time in the middle of sex. And this girl was like, you love me? And she got all excited and giddy. I was like, no.
I love this.
I love
I'm doing right now. I love this.
Oh God. That's even more awkward.
I love this moment.
I mean, you're a nice lady, but
Oh my
that's
goodness.
about
This
it.
one might be the most fucked up. Actually, I'm gonna save that one for last. So, this is a pretty fun one. I like this couple a lot. This couple, they sneak off and have sex at every wedding they attend.
Oh, I love that.
That's cool as shit.
They're my
I'm
new
picturing
favorite
the
couple.
scene from Wedding Crashers
Me
where
too,
they go
so
down to the beach. Yes, I love that.
You're my new favorite couple.
Might
I love
have
you.
to add that
Yeah.
to the routine.
And then this is the most fucked up one of them all. This couple does it spooning in bed while his 5 and 7-year-old on the floor or foot of the bed watching loud Saturday cartoons.
Now that's just there's a time and a place.
That's a little weird.
That's weird for me, but I'm gonna say, listen, I've had siblings walk into my mom and dad before, and they were like, "How do you think you got here?" I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, that's like the worst line.
my dad, love you, dad, but man, we don't want to know."
but not just sitting on the bed, like,
no,
chilling.
time out, close the door.
Yo, you need to be investigated. What in the Alabama are y'all doing right now? That is disgusting.
Yep, you said it.
You said it.
You said
And
it.
then this is something that we actually were talking about today. Have y'all heard of the term pegging?
Pegging.
Yeah.
Pegging?
Oh, why does that sound familiar?
I'm not sure.
Do you guys know what pegging is?
No,
I don't
what
think
is that?
so. No.
No, we were talking about this today. I don't know what got us to pegging, and I thought it was like when a girl puts her finger in the guy's butt.
Right.
But after further research, it's when somebody wears a strap, when a girl wears a strap on and
No,
bangs the guy.
no, sir. No, sir.
Another thing I've
No,
never
sir.
done, but
And another thing that I'll never do.
yeah, to each his own. And great, yeah.
I'm gonna go back to old school making love. Sorry.
Yeah. So after all that being said, I'm gonna stick with intimacy and love making the nice and sweet way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was serious.
What do y'all say we open up some callers right now?
Let's
I want to
go.
hear.
do it.
I want to hear y'all stories and hear y'all questions. So let's do it.
We want to know some crazy places y'all had sex too. Talk to us.
Feels like give me some inspo.
You know?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi, Tyler. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Remember we spoke last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do now.
Okay. So you want to hear my story today, right?
Yeah, give me a
My
story.
intimate story. Okay. You guys are going to laugh. This one was hilarious.
Let's hear it.
Okay. This was when my husband and I, before we got married, right? Well, my ex-husband, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. But he passed away already. But I still remember all the good times I had with him.
Good.
So listen to this. While we were still engaged, right? I just I'm sorry, I'm a little giddy about it. I just gotten out of the shower, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And my phone started ringing.
Uh-huh.
It was my mom calling me, and we were both butt naked.
Right.
And he literally snuck up behind me while I'm on the phone with my mother. He started doing me doggy style.
With your mom on the phone?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And how'd you play it?
I was like, hi, Mom. Oh, how you doing?
Oh, I love you already. This is great.
And she's like, what's the matter with you? Why are you breathing so heavy? Why you sound so weird? I was like, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Olga, your acting skills are amazing.
Amazing. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you, girl, that you just didn't give up. You were like, I'm gonna keep going. Mom's on the phone.
Yeah. And I'm like trying so hard to enjoy it at the same time and keep my cool. And then I'm like, Mom, I gotta go.
Olga, you're a gem. You're a
That
gem.
was amazing.
You're the best.
Amazing. Wow.
How about that,
Wow.
right?
That's fantastic.
That is
That's a
great.
great story, Olga. Thank you for
Yeah,
calling in
I
and sharing
feel like
that.
I've been dying to share that. Like, I haven't told this to anyone in years.
That's amazing. I could tell you're excited to share. That was fantastic.
Imagine. Well, what would you do in a situation like that if you had one of your parents on the phone?
You just gave me an idea. I want to do it now.
I think
You would hang up, right?
I think I would. There's like this mute button, and I think I may have hit that.
I'd tell my pops, gotta go. Gotta flash.
Yeah.
I'll talk
And
to
then,
you soon.
but I answered the phone before it even got started. I literally just ran out of the shower.
Right.
And I didn't know he was, he sees me, I'm naked, I'm all nice and clean. And he's like, ooh, I like this. Comes over to me, starts taking off his boxers, gets naked, and boom, just puts it right in while I'm on the phone with her.
That's great.
I love it.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Olga, that was an amazing story. Thank you for
Oh,
sharing
thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I thought I was going to freak everybody out.
that.
No.
You're one
Hey.
of us, Olga.
Oh, okay, good. So I'm one of you. All right, that's a big relief.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks for
my
calling,
people.
Olga. We'll see you next
Thank
week.
you. Bye.
That was fantastic.
That was
That was
awesome.
amazing.
We're off to a hot start right now.
That was
Oh,
amazing. Keep these
I love her
coming.
already.
These are so good. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for putting yourself out there because this is crazy.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry, my phone was on mute.
Yeah, you're good. What's up, Gabby?
How you doing,
Hi,
Gabby?
how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Sorry in advance. I lost my voice at a Harry Styles concert yesterday. So
You go,
It's
girl.
actually kind of hot. So
I don't exactly have a story, but as you guys were talking today, I just wanted to bring up kind of a different perspective
Love that.
on something you guys were talking about earlier. I feel like a lot of the conversations today have been regarding, relationships or someone that you're actively dating or wanting to kind of get deeper emotionally with and things like that. I personally have never had a relationship. I'm more of a casual dater, and I've gotten my experience that way. But I wanted to offer a piece, I guess, of like comfort to other listeners that are like me that haven't had a relationship before. And with those topics of like consent and comfort and confidence, that those are things that can happen on a casual basis as well.
Definitely.
Like the last time I've had like casual sex, I started off the night feeling really like not confident in myself, kind of like nervous, but I was very lucky. The guy was very kind and like guided me through everything, was giving me a lot of like reassurance and praise and things like that. So just tying that into like what you and Phil were talking about, compliments and things like that. And yeah, I don't know. Have you guys ever experienced anything like that on like a casual scale too? Or do you feel like you've seen it more in like your longer term relationships?
No, I think it, like for me, I take that type of communication and that type of respect into every person I have sex with. Like You know, just because it's casual doesn't mean it should change.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe the feelings, maybe the kissing, maybe all that's a little different per se. You know, but I do think like the respect and the communication and also the comforting and like instilling confidence in each other still has to be there without a doubt.
Of course.
Yeah.
T's right on the head with that one. And I've just been raised just to be a gentleman. So I strive myself on being a gentleman at all points, even if it's casual sex. You're still treating a lady, you know?
Exactly. Okay.
No,
cool.
but I really do think you're bringing up a great point. It's not just intimate relationships that this stuff occurs in. It is also in, you know, casual
Yep.
hookups that, you know, that you should also be respecting and communicating and making your partner feel confident in what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I just feel like because I feel like we're living in an age now where casual dating and casual sex is a lot more
Prevalent,
kind of
definitely.
normalized and popular than what it used to be when we were growing up.
Right.
So I just thought it would be good to like bring up a different point of view.
No,
No, I
I
think
really
that's
love that
good.
you did that. Thank you, Gabby.
Yeah, no problem.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thank you for answering.
Of course. Thanks, Gabby.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Great point by Gabby.
Yeah, she's right.
And she's spot.
Breezy, you there? Breezy, go lucky. You gotta unmute yourself.
Young Breezy. Gotta take it easy. I know you guys know that song.
I want to hear that song now.
Hi,
Hey,
Hi.
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
What-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So the topic is intimacy,
Yep.
and I was just thinking of a time. For my example, was a time when I was with the love of my life, and we went to the Caymans, and this is just an example. We went to a full moon party on the beach, and we danced to the music, and we were in the water amongst other people. But instead of taking a cab back to our hotel, we decided to walk along the beach back to our hotel. And so the intimacy of that, it was dark, it was sort of mysterious, and we ended up having the best like frolic, for lack of a better term, in the water, and having the most intimate, there is something about having sex in the water. It's just insane. So it was beautiful. And I think that was a very intimate moment, something that I'll never forget. So
Beautiful.
That was-
Gabby.
I love that
That's
you
what
just
I-
shared that with us.
Me too.
thank you.
Me too.
See, I remember my moment, y'all. See, I'm not alone.
And listen, and I agree with you, Gabby. Water is a beautiful place to make love. So I feel you on that one.
That moonlight on the water too is
Yeah.
that's the best lighting in the world right there.
Yep.
You don't need a flashlight in
There's
your
nothing
nightstand.
like it.
Also, you're more like delicate and light in the water,
Yeah.
so you can do more things.
And each other's warmth is all you got.
There we go.
That's exactly right. And the thing that was so cool is that at the end, like we had lost our clothes, so he ran back into the hotel. It was a nice hotel, and he got towels for us so that I could be able to walk in somewhat, in a decent way.
Well done.
Yeah, it was really great, and it was just so off the cuff and spontaneous, which I think a lot of what intimacy is about as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You made a good point there about being spontaneous.
I got a good sex.
Yeah.
I got a good sex story for the water.
well, it's really,
So I'm in college, and we're lit. Me and my boy Gerald lit, and we're with this girl who I've been like seeing for a little while, and we end up going to the ocean. We're like at a private beach in Jupiter, and we're in the ocean, beautiful moonlight, like everything you're talking about. It's incredible, and we're having a great time. And my buddy Gerald and the other girl like sitting up on the beach, just chilling, talking, and me and Oh shit. Me and her are butt naked. I keep forgetting I'm talking to you. Whatever. No one's gonna know who that is. But
Nope.
me and her are butt naked in the water, right? Butt naked in the water. We're doing our thing, and all of a sudden Gerald goes, "Oh my god, a turtle!" And we literally both looked at each other like, "What? A turtle?" And we forgot what we were doing, and we ran up on that beach to find that turtle. And I'm like rock hard, and she's butt naked. And Gerald is like sitting there like with the turtle. Then he looks at us. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck are y'all doing?" I'm over here with my dick out. You know what I mean? And she's over there butt naked, and we're just like, and Gerald's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, I totally forgot what I was doing. We just like,
That's
we got
hilarious.
so excited about the turtle for some reason. The sex must have been not that good. I must have sucked. You know what I mean? Because we got excited for this turtle, left, and went and saw the turtle butt naked. Yeah, so that's my beach story for you.
That's awesome.
Gerald's like, you get really
Beautiful.
excited about them
Love it.
turtles.
Yeah, because you don't get to see a turtle that much. You know.
Yeah.
You don't. And that's another thing is like sometimes when you're in the water, like he was like a great surfer, like insane surfer. And that's one of the things I loved about him. Just our love for the water and this and that.
So y'all
So
riding
anyway.
in waves.
Yeah, right in the waves. And then like, you know, we would go out and it just so happened to be like a very what's the word? Just like lots of stuff in the water, but we were going out and like just enjoying ourselves. So it was cool. It was just cool. I intimacy to me is so much about obviously being vulnerable and when you're in the water together and just being like who you are. It's really nice.
I love that.
Me too.
Thank you for sharing
Being
that with
vulnerable. Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you.
us. Yeah.
We
Thanks
appreciate
for calling and
Love your
watching.
show.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.
So cute.
I
I
know.
know. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Where you calling from?
I'm in Jacksonville right now.
Oh, Jack's
Fine.
Beach.
I'm actually from Jackson Beach. I'm actually from Port St. Lucie and like Jupiter, actually, though.
Are you moving or you're from there?
From there.
Oh, nice.
Family still lives from there.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think we have mutual friends, or at least I went to the same high school as the McCurdy's.
Who?
The McCurdy's.
Oh, yes.
Tyler and Sarah McCurdy.
I'm officiating his wedding.
No way.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I
Cool.
can't wait. He's marrying my best friend.
Molly, I didn't know you were friends with her.
Yep. I grew up with Molly. So did Dom.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say Molly was like my best friend my whole life.
That's awesome.
Small world, man.
Yeah. So you got a story for us or you got a question?
I have a little bit of both. So I have a funny story, but I want to kind of lead off with an intimacy story first. I kind of missed like the first 20 minutes of the episode, but I heard you guys obviously talking about, you know, having orgasms and whatnot. And I just wanted to touch on, okay, so I was with this guy for 5 years, right? And he could never make me finish.
Mhm.
And the sex was great and he knew what he was doing. But for me, I feel like, at least maybe even for most women, such an emotional thing that I didn't feel safe enough to like let that emotional part of me like show and completely release and be able to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't. And I'm like, do you feel comfortable if I ask you why?
Why I don't feel like emotionally safe.
Comfortable to let that go? I'm just asking because I'm just learning.
Yeah. You know, I feel like it's just such a vulnerable thing and such a vulnerable place to be in that I just have to feel completely like 100% comfortable and I'm not going to be like judged. And I don't know, I just never got that emotional like security from him or that relationship.
Gotcha.
So it's just never possible
he
for me.
needs to be like, so you're missing that emotional security from him, which is what we talked about, like trust, like
Yeah.
being able to trust that person, which is important, you know, to give yourself up, to let yourself go like that. 'Cause that's, like you said, the most vulnerable state there is, pretty much.
And if you don't mind me
Yeah,
asking,
exactly.
did you ever, were you ever honest with him that you were never getting there? Or is that something
I was,
you
yes.
You were.
Wow.
I was.
How did he take that?
And he was a little butthurt at first. I honestly, I probably waited a little too long. It took me about 3 years to kind of even say anything. But he was definitely a little butthurt at first and was surprised. And then obviously asked me why, and I told him why, and he was like, I mean, I understand. And he just dropped it. He never really, attempted to make me feel like secure and safe. So it just never happened. And I stayed for another 2 years, probably longer than I should have.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
So he just wasn't your person, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I understand that.
I feel like what you just expressed to us is what a lot of people have gone through. And you can be so emotionally in love with somebody as a person and respect them and love who they are and their morals and never feel that level of love and intimacy. So
exactly.
It takes,
I was in love with this person.
Yeah. It takes knowing like, hey, I need that and I want that. And maybe I'm going to find that in someone else. So I just don't want you to ever feel alone. Like, that's weird. I never experienced it in 5 years. That's a lot of people have experienced that. But now I hope you find that in your new relationship.
Thank you. Single, but thank you.
Well,
so is Tyler.
Yeah, I would say learn from this. Don't stay.
Hey, let me shoot a shot.
Say it again.
She's gonna.
So is Tyler. Hey, let me shoot my shot.
Hello.
Shoot that shot. Listen, if you don't shoot, you're always gonna miss. Listen, don't stay longer than you have to. A lot of women do this. Maybe a lot of men do it too. But listen, if that's not your person, you guys need to just kind of move forward, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot easier said than done.
Yeah, I know.
It is,
I know it is, but
it is. Yeah, it takes time.
But we need that spark.
Exactly. So you got that. You have a story for us too now? You said.
I do. I have a little bit of a funny story. So when I was in high school, I was 18 at the time, but I met this group of guys who were on spring break from South Carolina. And I was working in Miami at the time, and they came and sat at a table as a server. And we all kind of like hit it off, and they asked me to go out at night. So I did. And then exchanged numbers with like one of the guys in the group, and they went back to South Carolina. Flash forward until I'm graduating high school, and I get a call from him, and he's like, do you want to come visit me in South Carolina? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I go up there to spend a week, and on like the third or so night, he's like, okay, I've got like a really good idea. And he drives me to this water park, and it's like a mass water park, obviously closed because it's like midnight. And he's like, me the fence, and he's like, we're going to jump over it. And it's, I guess, something that he would always do in like high school. So we jumped the fence and climbed the stairs up like the water slide and proceeded to do the up top where they make you all wait before you go down the slide, looking over pretty much.
Y'all did it on top of that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You got more balls than I do. I would never trespass like that. I'm too scared to get in
Oh
trouble.
man, it was terrifying, I'll tell you.
Did you take the slide down?
We couldn't. We would have got stuck. I tried, but yeah, no, we couldn't.
that's awesome.
Hell yeah, Amber.
And that's like something you'll never forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Thank you.
risky sex is the best sex.
What'd you say?
Risky
That
sex
it
can be
is.
the best sex, and I love that. I'm all about that kind
It's
of
the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes. I'm an adrenaline junkie.
Wow.
Let's go.
Well, thank you for sharing your prior relationship and what you went through. And I think you brought up a lot of good points there. And two, for an epic story, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you. All
All
right,
right.
we got one more caller for tonight. And then it's a night.
Amber's getting the house prepped.
Amber's what?
Getting the house prepped.
Light those candles, baby.
Hello?
Yo, ski broski.
It is my guy. What up, Snacks?
How you doing, baby boy?
Good, man. So when I saw your name pop, I was like, this. I was like, if this is Snacks, this is Snacks. So Snacks.
Yeah, bro, last time I fucking missed it, I'm in my truck driving. I didn't know like how to fucking open that shit. Almost fucking wrecked out and shit. And I was like,
let's not do that, dog.
no, let me chill out. But good show, bro. I like this one, bro. This was a good one, bro. I done caught like 3 or 4 of them and shit.
Appreciate it, man.
I got 2 stories. Oh, go ahead.
So
My
I'm
bad,
gonna
brother.
intro you real quick, Snacks, so everyone knows who you
All right,
are.
yeah.
So Snacks was a guy that I played in this developmental league called the Spring League, right? Snacks was the real deal. Snacks got drafted, played in the NFL, won a Super Bowl ring, like did his thing. Was in a developmental league with me trying to get back into the league, and that's how we got to meet. We were playing with or against each other. I don't really remember, but Snacks was
kind of both because the teams kind of like flopped over or some shit. I
the
don't know.
teams kept mixing around, but Snacks was the baddest mofo on the offensive line there.
Okay.
And I like his nickname.
What's up, Snacks?
What's up, Brody?
So
Snacks, bro.
what stories you got for us, bro?
So I got two. I'm gonna just come on the show and then I got a story about the topic about pegging, bro. Let me tell you this shit.
Oh,
First
shit.
I think sex. I'm a big guy, you know. I'm 6'6", I'm 330. I'm hella goofy, but you know, people are always like intimidated by me. So I feel like sex is about the next person. And really, over the years, I always developed like a sense that if I give sex to the next person instead of for myself, I'm gonna have a longer time, a better time, and I'm gonna for sure make her come. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just in there for myself and I'm not attracted to her at that point, I'm attracted to myself having sex with her, then she's not gonna come. That was a sad story last time. Like 5 years, no come. Like what?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, it's so
That was.
So to me, intimacy is like Phil said, like being infatuated with that person. Like it's all about them. And in exchange, as a man, your ego goes down, and like you're able to even perform for her, and she has a good time. You both have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I always like have a good time, and like I never insecure about if she came or not. You know?
Yeah, no, I think you make a good point. It's like you're having sex for that person.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think you said something that stood out to me is like if you're having sex for yourself, like you love yourself, like that's just selfish. You know what I mean? Like that's not good sex at all. That's sex for yourself. Like you're having sex for the next person.
You know?
Yeah, that is it's a good way to put it.
For sure.
I think too, if you're ever in that scenario, which it doesn't sound like that happens to you, but if you are, it's like, okay, like, could you get it up again and do round two? Because if she wasn't fulfilled, like that's
mouth also works too.
Yeah, there's other ways.
You gotta take care of business, man. That's all too.
So you got a story for us now?
Yeah, for sure. So I moved to LA with this chick, right? One of my best friends. And like we had this like whole breakdown and shit. So whatever, we moved to LA with one of my roommates I had when I was playing. We lived in Long Beach. Everything started getting like kind of weird in the house of all three of us. And you know, one of my friends, she was like bisexual, lesbian, whatever. And we just always like played around in the house. But I never like suspected anything going on between them. And if it was, you know, I'm never expecting like him to be whatever he's into sexually. One day I leave and I don't think they think I'm coming back, but I come back to the house, bro. And I could just, you know, I'm witnessing like sex. So I'm hearing it and shit, bro. And I walk back there towards the room, one of the rooms, they got the door open. I don't think they expect me to come back. And she's fucking him.
What?
And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, she's got the pegging.
Yes.
Oh, she's pegging him.
Oh no.
Yes, full blown, I watched her have sex with women, you know? And so I've seen her, but like she's like full blown, like dogging them out.
She has the tool. And she's putting it on him.
Wow.
She's full blown dogging them out.
And he was like so into it.
I mean, yeah, he was into it for sure.
Wow.
I don't know what these new age dudes doing.
Now, what was their reaction when they saw you?
Like he was embarrassed for sure, but I just awarded him like it's no big deal, you know?
Yeah.
It's no.
Hey,
that's how I felt. I didn't know how to, like he was kind of weirded out and shit. We moved out and shit. We didn't talk for like a little minute, but she was kind of laughing about it and shit. But he was like, like over time, like I told him like shit, like I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no reason to judge him or whatever.
Of course.
And you know what I'm saying? But I just did not expect that shit at all, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, so all three of y'all were roommates?
Yeah, I took her out there.
Wow.
I took her there.
Wow.
And I moved there with him.
That's
and like over time, like, I was catching like, you know, bro, I was catching like, you know, flirty like bro shit, but like I wasn't really putting too much into it.
Yeah.
And then came back, she was just like getting into him. I was like, okay. Whatever, teach his own, you know?
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah, that is a story, man.
Damn.
Way to wrap it up, Snack.
Yeah, this was a great ending.
Sure.
That is fantastic.
Hey, TC, proud of what you're doing this shit, bro. How you come up through, bro.
I appreciate you, man. We got to get you back here in South Florida.
Not for sure. I'll be down to come through, bro.
Anytime you want, I got an open room for you.
I bet, brody.
Yeah, man. Keep doing your thing, man. It's great to hear your voice, man.
Snacks.
You too, bro.
Great meeting you, Snack.
Yes, great meeting you. Thank you for
Have a good
calling.
night.
Have a
That's
good night,
awesome.
brother. Talk soon.
You sure you want to end it with a song, bro?
That was
That was
epic.
crazy.
Wow.
That's when I think
Holy
I'm
shit.
just old because I would never.
That was fantastic. Way to end it, Snacks. Way to end it. Y'all, that is episode 14 of the Everybody With Me show. Incredible. Phil, Dom. Thank
Wow.
you guys. Wow. Everyone who shared their stories too. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yep.
You know, Gabby had a great point tonight. The last caller before her, you know, about being emotionally secure in the person which she can never find was,
Yeah.
you know, that was a really interesting perspective. Thank you guys all for calling in, being vulnerable, and sharing your stories. It means the world. So I'll see you guys next week, episode 15. Next week we'll have some more fun.
Let's go.
See you then.
Have a good night,
Crush
everybody.
the week, y'all.
Thanks, guys.